Hey, how's it going? It's Grant with the Garden of Eater. Tonight, we're going to be doing a couple of giveaways, going through a couple of updates, and basically just wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Not an awful lot going on, but there have been quite a few things to kind of report. And on top of that, we're going to be giving away at least 4 different things. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and do hashtag TGOE. And when Shelby gets back, she'll be able to pull that up and get that started. But this is going to be for a $25 gift card to our website, tgoeshrimp.com. You can use that now during our Black Friday sale. That is running right now. Everything is buy 5, get 2 free. I'm also going to have a giveaway during this stream for those that cannot watch this live. So there will also be a way to win something on top of the 4 things I'm giving away live tonight. So the first thing is the gift card, hashtag TGOE. While Shelby's not here, I guess I'll talk about her room. Everything is all set up and ready for substrate pretty much. Got 76 of the aquarium co-op sponge filters. They were designed for maximum height. And even though they come with modifications to make them taller, they don't have the modifications pre-built to make them shorter. But we were able to cut them down to the appropriate size. Even though we had to cut them all, I was really happy with the quality of the plastic. I've tried to cut other sponge filter, I don't know what the top part of them is called before, to cut them down, and they kind of cracked, and none of the aquarium co-op ones cracked on us. I was able to kind of straighten them out with a plier after I cut them because there was a little bit of pinching in the corners. But besides that, we were able to get them all low enough that they fit inside the aquariums. Even with the substrate in there, they're going to be just fine. And then we got the lights all set and done for one side of the rack. And then I'm actually going to wait and see what kind of sales are on Black Friday, Cyber Monday for lights to see if we can't get a good deal on those, or if we just have to kind of bite the bullet. Usually you can get the cheaper full spectrum LED lights on eBay for like $1 an inch. But the bigger ones, I think for 72 inches, I paid like $116 for last time. So that's definitely more than $1 an inch. How you doing, Shelby? I thought you'd
dark.
say hi.
It looks really dark.
Does it? All right,
Yeah.
hold on. I'll try to fix it.
I don't know why this whole room looks darker.
Oh, well, the light isn't on.
Yeah.
The fan. Where's that
Yeah,
at?
that's it. I don't know. Good luck.
Oh.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I know it's Thursday, but early. That's probably it. What's wrong? Oh, it's right there next to the power strip, I think. Doesn't help when all your electronics are all of the same color. They're all black, so it's really hard to find everything. That helps a little bit, yeah.
All right, so it's hashtag TGOE for a $25 gift card. Where did my notes go?
These ones? I don't
No.
know where your other ones are. Did you even bring them here?
Yeah, I was already reading them. Oh, they're behind me. But I was giving them an update on your room. Jaden helped me open up all the boxes and separate all the parts, so I was able to cut them down to size, and then he helped me put them back together. He eventually wanted to do some of them all on his own, so that didn't last long. He only did like 4 of them before he wanted to go back to his original job. And when he realized there was still like 30 of them left to do. So We knocked it all out though, so all the filters are sitting in the tanks. And then, yeah, I just mentioned the only thing we don't have for the rack is the lights, and then we've got a bunch of Brightwell substrate on the way. When that gets here, we'll put the RO water, a little bit of minerals, and bacteria, and a little bit of fertilizer to get that all set up and running. So, yeah, how you doing from North Korea? And is that Mike that's usually with us in North Korea, or is that somebody
The last
that's
stream, I know.
native to North Korea?
Beauty and the Buds, your package did go out today. And Malcolm Reynolds as well. Took me a minute. It's been a while since the giveaway, so it took me a minute to go find I had them stashed away. Took me a minute to find it.
And then also Myra has joined us, and it is her 2-month not birthday, but I don't know. She's 2 months old today.
Milestone.
Milestone, I
guess.
To
refer to it as. My hair is all over. Grant has just realized he's going to have a third one with a lot of hair, and he's not looking forward to that.
I'm not looking forward to more long hair in the house, because every time I put on a t-shirt now, it seems like I'm like stretching through an extra long piece of hair, and you can't tell if it's Shelby's or Layla's, and then eventually it'll be Myra's too, and there'll probably be 2 hairs in every one of my t-shirts. But give me the baby and show them your t-shirt, because Corey had also included this really cool plant t-shirt. They're all aquatic plants, so I can identify a couple of them. There's some duckweed. That's probably Alterni Rickii Mini, AR Mini. I would say some Cryptocorn lucens, a moss ball, also a moss ball. Maybe that's like Rickia or
that's probably like
Mini Pelia. I mean, I don't know. There's an Anubias. I'm not that good of a plant guy. I don't know what this one is down here. It's all nice and fuzzy.
Yeah, that one's cool.
So, but I'm sure. Looks like a cactus shirt. I'm sure online somebody's got them all identified.
Yeah.
That's probably Rickia up top. Crystal work.
Or water sprite.
Maybe.
It's black though.
Maybe. I don't know.
We're bad. There's probably somewhere. Thank you so much, Tube Dog. Let me fix this.
I bet you Stephen P knows them all.
For gifting 5 Garden of Eater memberships. We don't have the sticker here. If you did get gifted a membership from the lovely Tube Dog, you can email us at thegardenofeater@gmail.com and get your member-only sticker. I guess you can.
You gonna go grab it?
Right.
Oh, okay.
And a cute little holographic one.
The 10% off code does work also with our tgoeshrimp.com. Black Friday sale. I'm sorry. She distracted me.
We ate too much for dinner. Kind of like puts you out like you ate Thanksgiving. Yeah, we never really go to this place because we overeat every time we go there.
But our little Thai spot was a little bit too crowded. And we didn't want to sit there and wait with the baby, and it was live stream night, so we went to Texas Roadhouse, and I ate way too much bread.
And that's how it is. Thank you, Tube Dog. All right. Not a Tank Girl received all my shrimp today. Super happy. Everyone arrived just fine. Thank you. Glad to hear.
That was the best time of the year to buy shrimp. Now is a little bit of delay. There is, maybe 1 or 2 day delays kind of expected for the next 2 or 3 weeks because of all the bonus Black Friday sales and stuff like that. The good thing is it's still pretty good weather for the most part of the United States. So it still is a great time to buy shrimp. And then The plants, of course, and dry goods are a no-brainer, but don't be concerned if your shrimp boxes are delayed in transit for a day or two or three even. We pack for long travels, especially this time of the year. Uh, I would I would say pretty much except for one package this year, and the box was left for 2 days outside Extra in Nebraska. We haven't had any reported DOAs. So
Eh. Thank you
it's
so
been a
much,
good
Monster
year.
Fish Gal. Vibes Aquatics, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat. Says happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Sending good vibes.
I saw you bought a T-shirt, Vibes. If we have 2 T-shirts, I'm going to send you 2 T-shirts.
You're vocal tonight. Oh no, hiccups.
Oh, back to the aquarium co-op thing. We got 76 aquarium co-op sponge filters, and each one of them came with an aquarium co-op. I wish I had one of them out, and I don't know what you did with all of them. The aquarium co-op sponge stickers.
I didn't move them anywhere. We both said we don't know where to put them, and I don't know where they went.
I put them in the drawer. They're in the fluval drawer right there.
You looked at me like I did it.
Anyways, anybody who would like one of these stickers, if you place an order, or if you're a new member or anything like that, we're already sending you your sticker or sticker code. But if you just put it in the notes or in the email when we send you one of the giveaways or something like that, that you would like one of the aquarium co-op sponge filter stickers, we'll include that for free while they last.
They're adorable.
But yeah, I don't know what to do with 76 of them. I could probably put like 6 of them up throughout the house and save a couple for swag packs and stuff like that. But there's a lot of stickers. So I'd like to hand them out, and somebody else can put them up on display in their fish room, and then remember to upgrade their sponge filters. I'm really happy with the quality of the plastic, as well as the collar and the mod system and everything like that was really nice. So
Big Steve Glass Boxes gifted 1 Garden of Eater membership. Thank you so much for donating that.
I think your box went out today or Saturday?
Today.
Yeah.
Yep, it went out today.
Thank you very much, Steve.
And I think you already said it, but don't worry if they don't make it by Thanksgiving. They'll be delivering the day after, too, so it should be good.
Yeah, it's actually better to have them shipped out today and them sit over on Thanksgiving than be sent out on any other day of the week, because then most likely, because of Black Friday, everything's going to be delayed and you probably wouldn't get it until Monday. So it was a good thing we got as many packages out today that we did, and then everything else is going to go out on Saturday. So
Jesse from One More Fish asked how the newts are doing.
So I've actually been talking with the breeder that I got the newts from originally. The newt ate its molt, and I've never seen a newt molt before. Honestly, our newts are little pigs. They eat everything, and they're pretty quick to just swim up to the tank, even if they're not being fed when you're there. And they are pretty good at eating the food right away, right? So if they did molt, and more than likely, and they eat their molts, then they probably ate them before I ever even got a chance to see them until just now, which these newts are eye level. All my other newt tanks are on the floor or up high. There is one that's eye level that we walk by all the time, but it's just one newt in that tank, and there's a lot of foliage. So chances are it could hide, and we just never saw it, or never. I don't know, but it shed, ate its molt. I thought after 10 days that we should start getting babies, but the Well, that's a good question. Oh man, it totally threw me off. The breeder I was talking to though said, and it's not 10 days that you can get eggs; it's a month. So by that, I think in the next week here, I should start getting eggs because they have been doing their thing quite often. So, but yeah, what is the shrimp of the year for 2024? I definitely need to add, or you need to add that onto your list over there. We're actually ahead of the schedule for the next 5 live streams or something like that. Shelby's new job, it's been incredible. She's been doing these scapes for Pisces and updating them for their Amazon sales and stuff like that. They look really good. But on top of that, they're having her do social media and working with new apps and Chat GPT. I probably said that wrong. And then she's able to use a lot of that over with our
business.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so stuffed. Like I'm so thirsty and I don't want to drink it because I know all the bread that I ate is just gonna start swelling up. I've done myself in. I'm pushing through, right? Let's do the giveaway here. Hashtag TGOE, and let's all these people that are here early, having to suffer through this, but we're more prepared now. That's all I gotta say.
Somewhat,
so
I guess.
She'll have this in the notes for what live stream did you write it down for?
I don't know.
We have like an end of the year accomplishment.
I didn't know which one you wanted it on.
Yeah, so December 30th, I will have that. If somebody buys more of one shrimp on December 31st to make it the end of the year, I will update that on the following live stream or whatever. But yeah, that is a great question. We'll answer that on December 30th.
All right, first giveaway.
Our Friday sales are not over. Our biggest day of the year is still yet to come.
Go with the flow and play.
Oh, congratulations, Richard. I actually saw Lucas Bretz yesterday because he dropped off a bunch of stuff for Richard Reynolds, threw it in the garage. I'll give you the pen. And if you wanted more of those, I could hook you up with some of those too, because I don't think we're going to use them. I don't know when we'll ever have the time to use them. I mean, not in this facility, but like in the future, maybe. But Shelby's calling me a hoarder, and I'm starting to get rid of some stuff. But then every show, I bring more stuff. So
it's a never-ending cycle.
I see it. I need a big shed.
All right, and what is the next giveaway?
So the next giveaway is going to be a food package. We're going to do a sample pack of Plamsky foods as well as a sample pack of Shrimp Envy foods. So let's do 2 winners. So one winner will get the Shrimp Envy pack. The other one will get the Plamsky pack. So hashtag shrimp food. And we'll do 2 winners on that. Also from Corey, I ended up getting the hatchery that I needed for the newts. So while Jesse brought up the newts, I got to get the RO water system. I got a booster pump for it. So I'm crossing off a bunch of things off my list right here, not even trying to. But I have to reorganize the new RO system because it's a 500-gallon per day unit. The old tub had filters like this. The new tub's filters are like this. Also, there's a ginormous carbon tank in the way. So I'm trying to move everything off to the side. Also install a booster pump and still make room on the back wall so I can do my hatchery lineup. I learned at Jeff Murray's house, and put that to use so I can start feeding a lot of Shelby's fish, some of my fish that are now inside that were outside, and then all hopefully the Newt babies moving forward.
Felipe's, I got my shrimp and acclimated, super excited, beautiful, and healthy. I have 10 tanks I need to set up and start getting ready so I can place another order. Awesome to hear. Love hearing when that happens. African dwarf frogs eat their sheds too. So cool to watch when you catch it. Ugh, so gross. It was gross, honestly. It was such a nice film. Shed too. It was so gross.
Yeah, I got it on film. I haven't posted it yet. I probably will soon.
Yeah, it's a full molt. So that's good. If we were just so confused.
Yeah, the person that I got it from was like worried because the photo I posted was really bad, and they were like, "Oh, is there something stuck to it?" And I sent the video, and they're like, "Oh, wow, that's crazy! I've never seen it like that before, or not that defined. Like you can see the spots on the Newt as well. So it was really cool." Back to me.
Yeah, it's hard to read through the hashtags, but I already tried feeding you.
So the final count for rabbit snails is finished. So if you haven't placed your answers for the Facebook guessing, you want to get that in tonight. I'll be announcing that winner tomorrow. All of the fish and all the guppies and endlers that were outside are now inside. Everything is either in the 55-gallon tanks that I was going to put the sirens in, or with the Beischer. And then I had tanks already from last year where they were inside. And pretty much the only thing in those tanks was rabbit snails and the Colombian ramshorn snails now. So they pretty much just went back in their tanks. We brought a lot of them with us to Aquashella. Whatever didn't sell, I had a bunch of people help us tear down some of the aquascapes, so they got the guppies to go home with them. So we were able to pull everything inside. Somebody else messaged me today and asked me how my ponds outside were doing, and I was like, everything's about the same it is every year. Why? And they're like, oh, I had a bunch of die-offs and everything. Da 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 da. They had a bunch of swords and guppies and mollies and stuff like that outside, and I was like, yeah, well, I brought all of that stuff inside like last week. So I think I did it Wednesday. I was up until like, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't know, it wasn't that bad, but me and Jaden had done most of the work before Aquashella. So Richard won a $25 gift card to our website, tgoeshrimp.com. And then we are now hashtag shrimp food for a shrimp food sampler pack.
Thank you so much, Vibes Aquatics, for the $1.99 super chat. Said, would y'all autograph the t-shirt, please?
Absolutely. Do you want to start autograph both of them or just one? Just one of them so you could wear one of them?
So be
Hey, Vibes doesn't have what's behind closed doors. It might just be comfortable.
Only you would wear V-necks behind closed doors.
No, I just don't. I don't like that.
Tube Dog said, I have 4 different tires.
Tiers of Caradina breeds.
Okay. And they don't seem to breed. All H2O parameters are fine. No heater. House at 68 at night and 74 through the day. What could be the cause?
I would have to see how much water you're changing, how often you're feeding them, and then how old the substrate is, because the temperature difference in the house really isn't going to be that big of an issue. So I wouldn't worry about that at all. I would be more concerned about the pH swing throughout the day. So what's the pH in the morning, and then what's the pH at night when right before the lights turn off?
Hi, Ashley, member for 12 months. Thank you so much. Means you get your what 1 year, right?
Yeah.
12 months. Oh my goodness gracious, yes. 1 year membership print. And I believe we are actually going to see you. I believe you're coming to the Pisces warehouse in December. So that would line up really nice and I can get you that print then. So I knew I was close to that year mark. Yeah. Thank you so much. And then Craig, Catfish Cave, member for 22 months, almost 2 years.
Yeah,
Thank
Sam,
you
I
so
think
much.
his last show was last weekend.
Yeah,
So
OCA.
I'm going to be hounding him to get that done. I know it's Thanksgiving this week, but this weekend,
Message him on Thanksgiving.
I'll give him a call.
Say happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Give me my prints.
Exactly. I was going to do that too.
He'd hang up on you.
Do we have any
He'd
Sam
be
Scale
silly.
prints left to give away?
Yeah, probably in our room.
We'll do as a random. We don't know which one it is, but we'll do a Sam Scale pen giveaway tonight too. Give me the pen so I can write it down.
What are we doing the next hashtag? Make sure you get in that hashtag shrimp food. There is 2 winners for that one this time, so make sure you get in.
We'll do that one in 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Anyways, hopefully we get the second print, and then I love Sam, but there's also a lot of other artists that we are friends with as well, and I think we'll kind of mix it up and do something slightly different for the 3-year members.
And Tutog said, I'll get those parameters on Thursday. Thanks, man.
Yeah, and Facebook's always the easiest way to get to me or email. All right.
Facebook.
So where was I? Also, we got in some cobalt shrimp foods. While Kapil was here, he had asked me about the cobalt shrimp food, and I said no, I had never tried it. The Bloomfields had brought up that it had feathers in the ingredients, and it does. It has feathers in the ingredients, and Kapil explained how feathers. It's not like uh, the fluffy part. They use those for pillows, but they strip out the hard parts, the tips, and they grind that out for its high chitin level. So
Probably calcium in that too.
Yeah.
Bones.
So it's very, very beneficial.
Gross.
But there's no shrimp in it, and there isn't shrimp on the actual food container, so it's like confusing as like what kind of food it's meant for.
It says shrimp food on it.
Yeah, but there's like a bunch of bottom feeders on it, on the jar.
Probably because it says shrimp food. You can use it for shrimp, and then these are also what you could use it for.
Okay, well, it's very, very confusing. It's not just from
No,
me.
it says shrimp food.
Not just from me. I talked with a couple other people about this. Kapil wasn't the first one either. I talked with the Bloomfields. I talked with it with somebody else from our Tampa Bay Aquarium Society. So it's a thing, okay? And Kapil was telling me that it's the shrimp farms overseas. This is what the pellets they use for the industrial prawns and stuff like that. So
Why are you talking to me?
because I like talking to you
You
sometimes.
weirdo. We're on a live stream. He's just talking to me.
And so it makes all the shrimp come out. And I tested it today when I needed to just catch a bunch of shrimp. And I'm not going to lie, the shrimp came out relatively quickly. I didn't have to wait a while for the shrimp to pile onto the food. So maybe on to something.
Bugsy said, what is the best way to make my own black Neos? So you could do it. The fastest way would be probably chocolate or black rose, and selectively breeding them because the black rose are the blackest ones. If you want to go a different route, you could also do blue diamonds. What are you just standing there for, you weirdo?
You kind of have to ask him what he has, because the best thing to do is just buy black Neos.
Yeah, you could just buy black beans, but if you want to make your own, like you asked, you could do black rose and cull them out, or blue diamond. I get a lot of blacks from blue diamond, so we have a lot of black diamond shrimp. We're just gonna have to kick him off the live stream tonight. He's not here. Oinky, member for 22 months. Thank you so much. Says, any benefit to leaving snail shells in shrimp tank? I don't think there's a benefit to it. We do. We just leave them there because there's nothing bad to them. Usually the snails are gone. I'm pretty sure the shrimp do eat the dead snails, dying snails. And then we just leave it in there, and eventually it just kind of breaks down. So it probably adds like a small bit of calcium into the tank, I would assume. Now, if there's like a massive die-off, I would probably remove them. But I just leave them in there. There's a bunch of snail shells in almost all of our tanks, especially the softer water tanks, because they don't tend to live very long if you leave them in soft water. They like harder water. Beauty in the Buds, how do you guess on the total number of rabbit snails? I didn't see it on your Grant Eater page. It might be on the Garden of Eater Facebook page. I can't remember now. But we still have the yellow rabbit snails.
Yeah.
Guessing. Okay. Yeah, it's on Facebook. On which Facebook?
The Garden of Eater,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, she looked on Grant Eater. Yeah, so the Garden of Eater page.
It's old. It's like maybe 3 or 4 weeks old.
Yeah, it's quite old.
I kept
still
catching them, so I didn't want to end it. When I first did it, I was pretty confident that I was only going to catch a couple more, and I ended up catching almost double. So, yeah, just try not to look at her. She's just weird.
Yeah.
She's odd. She likes
Vibes
to hang
Aquatics.
out on top of the water.
Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. It says Aquarium Nation in Houston. Sign both t-shirts. Hashtag behind closed doors. Favorite Thanksgiving side dish? ? Thanksgiving morning traditions? ?
I'm sorry to say we will not be going to the Houston show. I thought we had no, we definitely talked about it last week. You must have missed it. But yeah, they denied us and said they already had too many shrimp vendors after they practically begged us to go. And even if they asked us to go last minute, we've already kind of changed gears in another direction. So it was kind of crazy how they can beg us to go, ask us, and then we apply for it. They take a week to get back to us and say that they've got enough shrimp vendors. And then we even said that we don't need to bring shrimp. We've got plenty of plants and mosses and other stuff. And they still did not want us to come. So we will probably have shrimp available there, but we will not be going.
So my favorite Thanksgiving side dish is probably always going to be, man, I always want to say mashed potatoes, but like that's just like a normal thing. If it was just like something I really only get during Thanksgiving, would probably be, which is weird, is it a sweet potato?
It's
what
squash.
Is it? Squash?
Yes, this is mine too.
What is it? Squash?
With the almonds glazed on top.
It's so good. It is so
squash.
Good. I make myself, no, not butternut. No, maybe it is. I don't know what it is. It's just really sweet and really good. But it's got pecans and it's caramelized and.
It is pecans, not
we
almonds.
Should ask.
It's definitely not almonds.
Did you say almonds?
I said almonds. But yeah, no, it is delicious.
Make myself sick.
It's pretty much the closest thing to eating candy that's not totally candy and somewhat still good for you. You know? So.
And then Thanksgiving morning traditions. Growing up, I always did have the. I watched the Macy's Day Parade with my mom, and she'd get like this huge fruit tray and cut it up, and it'd be like the best morning ever. But I don't watch TV anymore, so I don't watch those things. Netflix should do that this year. That if they're doing live events, they should have done Macy's Day Parade. But I don't think we've ever adapted any morning traditions yet, but
we've never had a morning tradition. Our tradition is pretty much just going to my grandparents' house
because it's like earlier in the day. We got like 1 o'clock, so
Yeah.
it's like too early to eat like a breakfast. You want to be like as hungry as you
We're
can.
gonna have biscuits and gravy for breakfast.
I guess
right?
I'll make some.
Okay, you definitely have breakfast, but too early to have a lunch.
Yeah.
So we don't really do a lunch. We do a pretty massive Thanksgiving meal, and then we'll bring home a dessert or something like that. But it's all about the desserts for the second meal, honestly.
Black Diamond Blasting Shrimp. That's what they should have been called. That's so funny. Bugsy said I have green jades, TGOE ocean blues, cherry, yellow 24 karat, and wilds. I was thinking wilds and ocean blues or jades and blues. Do not mix anything with those blues.
Yeah, but if you're trying to make wilds or blacks, you should already be able to get blacks from wilds. But like,
it takes longer.
Here's the thing about blacks is there's always going to be a lot of culls, and if you start from scratch, it's going to be so much work. I would honestly just purchase
We were supposed to do
some black rose. Yeah, we were supposed to do the giveaway.
We should have like a timer.
Out both of them. Yeah,
a timer on that.
We should be more prepared than this.
You did finish that question, right?
Answer. I mean, I would do the ocean blues and wilds until you get some blacks, but
that would be
a male
such a
ocean
waste
blue
of money.
And a female wild, but like nothing else in there really screams blacks.
Yeah.
You can do blue and yellow, and you're just gonna get wild, not necessarily black. You can select.
I would do greens with a wild.
The ocean blues for black.
If you had enough greens and wilds, I would put those together because the greens get the closest to wilds, and then
but they never turn. I never get. I would think you would just get more of the green-looking wilds. You want to get blacks?
I have blacks in my tank over there, and a lot of those are green.
Maybe green emerald ones, but
I don't know. All right, let's do this giveaway. Let me refresh it again, just in case.
45 entries.
I refreshed it. What is the next one?
Passing wind.
Passing wind. That is so funny.
So passing wind, you win the Shrimp Envy one, and then the next one will be for the Plamsky shrimp food package.
All right. Refresh, just in case.
One person did this time, I didn't get in on the last one.
I love that one.
Jesse's just one more.
All right, congratulations, Jesse. And we are booking all of our shows for next year, all of our club meetings as well. Jesse is part of the Bucks County Aquarium Society. I believe we're meeting and speaking there on June 5th. It's a Thursday. And he's invited us to come by and check out his fish room. And it's in the works.
I've been watching it on, I don't know if it's TikTok or Instagram that I've been seeing it on, but it's pretty exciting that you filling up like a giant pool is like an above ground pool. That thing looks
so
sick.
He is sharing it on social media. I just see it because he sends me text messages, and I don't ever like go on social media really. I saw Rico was on, or Shelby saw Rico was online today, so I kind of got to listen to Rico while I was packing up my shrimp packages. But I just, Myra, when I'm holding her, gets so jealous if I look at my phone at all. So a lot of my free time has been going to her instead of watching anything on my phone.
Thank you, Monster Fish Gal. Yeah, my job is to like be on my phone and look at trending sounds and things like that. So I've been watching your videos because they're coming up and very interesting. It looks really, there's a picture you just posted of like a aerial kind of view that looks so cool.
So let's do hashtag scales and do the Sam Scales print now.
Start the giveaway. Hashtag scales.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go get one, or are we just gonna make
If
it random?
you know where they are and you can go grab it, I'm gonna search forever. I'm better off manning the helm from here. You're also closer.
I already told them all when you were gone that we should just kick you out anyways.
Done.
Stop.
I'll go play with the
Two
kids.
dogs said, Grant, you need to find her a shrimp melatonin dressing recipe and make that. I feel like I'm not fancy enough to know that word. Shrimp anything sounds disgusting. No, thank you. Sweet potato souffle. That sounds good. Souffle. Candied yams. Is that what it is? That's probably what it is.
The first thing I thought of was stuffing, and then I immediately thought of the squash right afterwards, though. So
Well, this makes me feel a little bit better. It was the December show in Houston. It sucked last year.
see, and that's why I
Makes me
thought
feel
that they were trying to get us to go because they needed more vendors. They needed something more. Like we bring such a large variety of different plants and shrimp and shrimp accessories. Like there's not a lot of variety there. But when it comes to the other half of their thing as a reptile show, we bring the baby tears. We bring a lot of moss, and I get a lot of these shows where it's multiple, not multiple, but reptile, saltwater, freshwater, where it's more than just fresh at the shows. I'll get somebody that's got a dart frog cage that comes up. Hey, do you know which one of these tanks are going to do, or one of these mosses are going to do well in my dart frog tank? And I'm like, yeah, I know because I work with ZoomEd. I work with all these other companies that are in the reptile industry too. So I was looking forward to going just because it's also near the Aquarium Design Group. We were going to go check out their gallery and everything like that. And it's just a little upsetting that we weren't able to go, but we had a lot of friends going, so it's always nice to hang out with them. They also told Sam that he couldn't go because he promotes other shows. So hashtag scams.
They lined up pretty nice. That's
Yeah.
funny. I'm just upset because the reptile show at different
We were gonna
area
get
would have been
Layla.
so much better with the different chameleons, and we just went to a reptile show here, and the quality from when we used to breed chameleons to now is astronomically different. Like there's not a good variety of chameleons where like there was always a good variety. There would be like carpet chameleons you'd find different. There's definitely no veils at all, but that makes sense because Florida's being swamped with veils.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's no Jacksons either, though.
No Jacksons, but there's a
think
big
the
thing on
importing-
wild caughts and
yeah.
imports, so that makes sense. And then, like there was only ambanjas. There was no like amblobies. There was just some.
Lady had the
I don't know. It was just not
kaleidoscopes
good.
had some.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was just so different. And then like where I could get a nose EV, there was no. One looked like a folly, and it was a banja. So
I think the problem is there's not a lot of people that kept them separated. There's too many people that kept crossing them, and so now there's not a lot of pure lines. Like
Too many
nosy
colors.
bees don't have pure lines and
it's
nosy
the same with
bees.
shrimp, though. That's what they did.
Yeah.
That's what happens with shrimp. A lot of just finding so many people like there was a big post that went around on like the shrimp pages that was like, I never see blue jellies anymore. We're like, no, because people refer to them as blue velvets instead of blue jellies now, and they're same line. But there's a lot of people that don't breed that line because it wasn't popular for a long time. Where not the ocean blues, but the blue diamonds, the blue dream became way more popular than the blue velvet, so they kind of like died off, and then now they're coming a little bit more back. So it's always just like a fad. So it'll happen, but hopefully we can get some good chameleons. Daniel say I can't say it right. We used to go to the parade every year when my daughter was young, but the part we enjoyed the most was going to the park the night before to see the balloons being inflated. That's pretty cool. That is so cool. I just enjoyed them. They were so fun to watch every year. It does still go on, right?
Yeah.
I think your grandma has it playing on the TV most of the time.
I think maybe the tail end of it.
Yeah.
But then once football comes on, that's what goes on.
Oinky, hope your hand heals well. Cut our hand open. And then when are we pulling the next one? This went by really fast, and we're just jumbling all over here.
I don't think it's going by that fast.
It's already
We're only
45 minutes.
5 minutes in,
That's
and we
crazy.
only have
Nano
two
said,
more
"Will you
things
go to
give
the
away
Gold
after
Coast
this.
Aquarium Society Aqua Expo next year?" Still don't know. So
As long as it's not the same date as the Keystone Clash. The Keystone Clash, as well as we do at Aqua Expo, we still do like 2 to 3 times better at Keystone Clash. And then on top of the extra long drive, there's a lot more people that we get to see there. And it's people that we don't get to see as regularly as we get to see you and Richard. And usually Richard ends up going to the Keystone Clash as long as it's not on the same date. There is another expo going on in April, and it's called Aquapalooza, and it's being thrown by the Gold Coast Aquarium Society, and we are running a shrimp contest with it as well. So that is definitely on our schedule. And as long as the
Yeah, that
Aqua,
one's
I don't
on
know
there.
the dates for the Aqua Expo. So as long as it is not the same weekend as the Keystone Clash, and I think Craig or somebody else commented on one of our posts and said, "Don't worry, it won't be this year," because a lot of people were asking about me and Ryan. So I love going to that show because A, I get to go fishing, and B, we get to go collecting, and C, you're there, and D, it's South Florida. So
shorter trip for us too than all the way up to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Definitely hope to make it this year. I want to catch another alligator gar. Grant's got to beat my record of the biggest one.
we've never caught an alligator gar.
What did I said alligator gar?
Yeah, you meant snakehead?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's what I meant.
right.
I don't know
So-
why I'm thinking of a gar right now.
Yeah, I would like to catch a bigger snakehead for sure.
Yeah.
Yours is massive, though. I don't know if I
You
necessarily.
got this.
I saw like a hood fishing tournament where they all went into a gas station to take pictures, and yours still looked like it was like
Bigger.
possibly the biggest in that tournament. Like you
That
could
is
have
so
won.
funny.
So, but yeah, I love going to those shows. I love the Gold Coast Aquarium Society. I wish it wasn't 5 hours away to go to a normal meeting. Also, a couple of the meetings I wanted to go to was on the same weekends as other shows we had already booked. So I'd like to make it down there more often.
Oinky says, "Has anyone from the Norwalk Aquarium Society in Connecticut ever spoken to you about being a guest speaker? I could say something to them if you'd like."
All right. So I'm not sure what club Nathan is a part of, but Nathan also told me that he would get me into other clubs, and I know he's not in Connecticut; he's in Rhode Island, but maybe he's part of the Connecticut club. I don't know. This was at the NEC show. We gotta look up the dates for that. Like I would like to do that again, even though it probably wasn't the best show last year. I'd like to be there while it builds up. I feel like we could still break even, and it was still a really fun show.
Jason said, "Is there a reason why the rostrum of Bloody Mary Neos are noticeably shorter than other Neos, especially the Golden Backs?"
So it's maybe inbreeding or something like that. But no, it's also like a myth where there's other lines of Bloody Marys that don't have the short rostrum. They just come from chocolates, and I've yet to make my own Bloody Mary line from scratch. There is a lot of nice Bloody Marys in the tank we have inside in the kitchen, and there's a lot of nice ones in the pond that I haven't been culling. I don't know if Shelby's been culling them though. They've been calling the reds.
No, I've been leaving them.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So hopefully they'll have a tank here soon inside.
I
I've been
will
saying that for
call
a
them if
while.
they look like broken patterns. If they're full solid red, I leave them.
So I haven't yet looked at the rostrum yet, the nose of the shrimp. Something I need to do in the future.
Yeah. From what I heard, some people say that that's a difference between male and female, but I don't think that's the thing.
It's more the whiskers.
Yeah. Zach said, I'm always going to ask, but any chance y'all are coming up to the Atlanta area club? I absolutely want to, for sure.
No,
with
we
me.
messaged them, so they wanted me to come and speak for them in March. And the problem is their club meetings are on the same days as our club meetings, and that's the day that I have.
Someone already come to see.
Yeah, and it's not just anybody; it's Dan's Fish.
Yeah.
And I think out of everybody's talks that
I'm
I've
not
ever
missing that one.
listened to, Dan's Fish talk on how to ship fish, I should be able to learn something that helps translate. Like, I was really upset a couple weeks ago about the Tampa Bay Aquarium Society that we missed it and weren't able to make it. Life happens. Myra got sick. We couldn't go. I didn't want to get something, bring it home, and get her
She
sick.
wasn't
So,
sick. I thought she was.
but
She
still,
has acid reflux.
we had to not risk it and bring her or whatever. So I ended up missing it, but I was really bummed out because I thought it was a plant talk, and it ended up not being a plant talk. So I was like, oh, okay, we didn't miss out after all. But Dan's talk on how to ship and have 100% or not 100%, but really high percent survival rate in shipping is definitely something I want to learn as much as possible. And then also, he wants to come by and check out the house. And I enjoy when somebody like that who's built their own fish room can come by ours and be like, well, why didn't you do this? Or why don't you do this? And it's like, not
Probably
like I'm
too
always
nice of a
defending
person.
myself, but I want to
He's too
learn
nice
and
of
like
a
pick up
person.
something.
You'll have to ask.
I wanted
He's probably
Eric
gonna be
Bodrock.
like, yeah.
I wanted Eric Bodrock to give me like some type of like tip or something like that was going to just totally change my whole world, and like something was going to happen. And Eric's
I
like,
think we've learned something
No,
from
I think-
every speaker that we've ever had
Yeah,
come
but-
here.
I learned a lot from Eric's talk, don't get me wrong, but there wasn't anything that I could like do from his talk and directly influence it into our fish room. And same with Jason. Same with,
100%. I learned so much from the Rod Rocks, both of them.
but what are we
equally.
doing on our systems?
Not system, but like
That's what
in
I'm talking
general
about.
care.
General care, yes. But what I'm saying is like the setup itself. Even Jason from Primetime Aquatics
Tony
didn't give
pulled
me
this, you're talking
anything
too
where he
much,
was like, hey, you
honestly.
should have done this. The thing I picked up from
gonna kick
Jason was
him off
washing
this
the
stream.
filters more. You know, there's stuff I learned about.
All
Taking
right. Hashtag scales.
You're so rude.
We're gonna spin.
But about Dan is because I watched him build his.
Congratulations, Crown Tail Half Moon.
I watched his fish room get built.
Don't forget to email us if you do win tonight at the Garden of Eater at
Emu.
gmail.com.
We're gonna have to get an emu now,
Yeah.
and it will be the Garden of the Emu on a separate channel. Make sure you write that down, Chubby.
I'm not writing that down. She is out.
I wonder if the emus at the Crutchfields
All right,
are
what's
available.
the next one?
I wonder
You're
if
driving
IBC
me
tow
crazy.
fence is capable enough of holding back emus.
No, they would jump that easily.
Plus the Portocarpus fence, huh?
Yeah, but where the kids are, I feel like they would just run right out.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next giveaway?
All right, so
That's what people are here for. Come on.
the next one is going to be a shrimp package. It is either 10 of any of the Neocaridina that we have available on the website, or 10 of any Neocaridina under $5, or $5 and under. I think like the Ocean Blues, if you wanted those, you can get a 10 pack of those. I think they're all under $5 and under, so that's what I'm getting at.
Something's not right.
This is all you, Shelby. So if it's not working,
I messed it all up. I'm so sorry. Can you talk instead of making it
don't
real
know.
awkward?
all right. So all I've got to do for the rest of the year is 3 more racks of water changes, and then I'll start again beginning of the year, all fresh and get it all done. But the sad thing is, Like on top of the fridge is done, but the rack by the back door, that's like the smallest rack in the house to get done. It's only got 16 tanks. Top rows are Neocaridina and Newts. The bottom rows are Sulawase and one Opaula tank. That is not going to get water changed. I might scrape the tank and see if the Opaula will eat one of the shrimp sticks.
Why did we not ask the Houston show just to be on the reptile side?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lady R said, Grant, would you sell terrarium plants on the website? I would definitely love some to add to my terrariums, even a custom order.
If you so my access to terrarium plants are not nearly as what you're probably thinking. I more like when we go to the reptile shows, it's the aquarium plants that we already have that people want to convert to their terrarium plants, to tanks. So the Anubis, the crypts, the swords, all the moss, all of those do really, really well in dart frog tanks and gecko tanks and stuff like that. So I don't really have access to anything other than like a couple of pitcher plants and bog and pond plants. I'm sure I have access to other ones, but I don't have those relationships. And there's something you want to hunt it down. Maybe I can look into it, but
Stan said the reptile show is great. Oh, you're breaking my heart. I wish we could just like have a vacation and drive and go there, but it's like not something on the like priority list. Dee Dee said the last time I tried to get blue jellies, it took forever to find someone with 6 of them. Yeah, that seems so true. We had for a while we never had them, and then people had reached out to us over and over, and Grant was like, "I'm just gonna make them," and that's what he did, and we got some more. So, and now we have a bunch of them and more tanks and more ponds. So,
well, actually, the ones that we have, I got at the Clash last year.
Oh yeah, we just happened to make some too. Sorry.
Yeah, but I need to put them on the website separately as blue jellies. So I'll have blue velvets and blue jellies. And when people ask what's the difference, I'm just going to say the name. And it's the exact same shrimp. So we've got another giveaway tonight. Do you want her on stream? I think she put on that t-shirt, so she would be on stream. All right. So Layla has made something for our live stream.
You guys forgot about my other little baby. Oh my god. Not so little no more.
But she drew a painting. I told her it had to be shrimp related and Thanksgiving themed. So she drew a shrimp eating a Thanksgiving turkey. So after the shrimp package giveaway, we're going to give this away as well. That's why I was like, I don't know how many giveaways we're going to have tonight. I didn't know if she was going to finish it or not. You killed it, though. So this is a Layla TGOE original print, and it will be a one of a kind. There will be no other prints. So
Likes the turkey. They're so funny. All right. That's so great. It's so good. Actually, I'm pretty sure that looks just like the one I sent out to Malcolm Reynolds today. It's pretty good. Wow. If not better than mine. I love it.
Well, thank you so much, Layla.
Thank you. Say bye. Bye. Beauty in the Bud said, I would love to. Myra just spoke up. I would love to get a chameleon, but I don't have the time to properly care for one right now. Yeah, they are extremely hard, and these cages have been sitting in Layla's room for over a year. It's had to have been a year, if not longer, because we knew both of us would not be able to have the time. And we were like, put it off, put it off, put it off. And she's just been begging and begging and begging, and she's been doing really good with taking care of things. I mean, she's been reading about, like, today she brought a book to dinner for aquariums for beginners, fish for I can't remember the exact one. It's like on Amazon. This kid wrote it. It's great. But she was reading that, and she's just super excited. And she reorganized her whole room for them. And I'm at home all the time now, so I'm able to take care of it if she can't necessarily take care of it all the time because school.
And we would have been able to do it this year if it wasn't for all the traveling. And I knew the best time to get her cage all set up and done and ready was in December because we'll be home. We're not going to be traveling. Yes, we were going to do the Houston show, but we were literally planning on getting the chameleons that weekend at the Houston show. And then I was going to have to go back to Ryan's house to pick up some of the stuff. And the other guy that has the chameleon is near Ryan's house. So it was all going to work out that we were going to be home at least until February. And by then, I can teach Dante how to take care of the chameleons while we're gone. So they'll be properly taken care of if we have to travel for Aquashella or anything like that next year, because we'll have time to work that out.
Dana said, sorry, just joined, but I had a question. I was wondering what your thoughts on the new Koi Neos and if you guys have them yet. Sorry. What are you doing, Layla?
Yeah, go have a snack. I don't know how you're still hungry. She ate all of her food at dinner. They brought out extra French fries. She ate all of those. Came home and was like, "Hey, do you got my beef jerky?" And ate her beef jerky, and now is still wanting a snack. So she must be going through a growth spurt. So the Koi Neos that came out were posted, and I'm going. Well, I'm kind of working on a very similar project, and I didn't think the project was done yet. But I have a colony of shrimp that look like Koi Neos, but they won't probably be available through us or from us for over a year. So I wouldn't hold my breath and wait on us for those. I do want to throw some of them into the last pond in the greenhouse and just see what kind of crazy ones come out and just cull all the solid orange ones pretty much. I just don't think they're a finished shrimp. I think they would look way cooler if they were like more solid, splotchier patterns rather than just like very minimal red on an orange and clear really shrimp.
Tube Dog, member for 19 months. Thank you so much. Is making a Southern show this year if it kills me.
Yeah, I missed you at the Louisiana show and Aquashella this year too.
Yeah, the Southern shows are like the best to me, just because I really do like collecting. Like, I want to go back to the Everglades, and that's like kind of like all I think about all the time. And I haven't done like a collecting video or a scaping video out in the wild in so long. It's like I'm getting itchy to do it again. So can't wait for next year and more shows to be doing that with. Skipper said there is no NEC next year, probably just an auction.
Oh, that's sad.
Dang. Because I really want my pizza and my good Indian food. That was so worth like the 20-hour drive.
You know what it is? If we do go to one of the Connecticut clubs to talk, also I could go to Scott's shop and scape a tank. I don't know if they sell Pisces stuff, but that could probably be something we can work out with them. If they don't sell Pisces stuff, we can make that happen.
Right. Jim W12. Did blue bolts come from black King Kongs crossed with something else?
It's more likely that black King Kongs came from blue bolts crossed back with crystal shrimp. The blue bolts were like the first Taiwan bee from a mutation of golden bees.
I can see Grant piping from the closest river to automate water changes after Dan's visit.
Well, it's not so much Dan that's going to get credit for this either, and if it happens, because I've already been to the cichlid barn here in Florida many years ago with Jason from Primetime Aquatics, and I saw firsthand the barn, and he pumps his water and then it overflows into a retention pond ditch, and he uses that ditch to raise up all of his peacock cichlids. There's a ton of flagfish in there. This is a really efficient system. I've actually reached out to him because he's building another barn and said, hey, if you need help, let me know and I will come up there because I'll give you free labor and I'd love to learn how to make your vats. And, you know, I'm sure when it comes to it, I could get a little hand from him figuring out the permits to do it here.
Crantel Halfman said, did you decide on what scales print it is yet? No, I will get up in a minute and go grab the print and show you which one it is.
Is it hashtag scales still that we're on?
We're on hashtag shrimp for the shrimp package giveaway. Lady R said, oh cool, didn't even know you could convert them. What would work best for a crested gecko tank? Crusty geckos.
I would get some really good moss that you like, color wise or structure wise or something like that. A lot of moss, and then, man, I like more vines for terrariums, and I just don't know my names and stuff like that. I would look up the vining plants and stuff like that. But the Anubis swords and crypts would be good foreground, and dwarf baby tears is like my favorite one for terrariums.
Bugsy said you should see the size of the exotic pet show up in PA. It makes the Clash look like a 7-Eleven. I wonder if we could get some shrimp in there.
So I was talking to the Newt guy about that, and it's definitely something like we might start doing a lot more of these reptile shows, traveling and stuff like that. Definitely thinking about doing the Chicago one next year.
Zen just finished dinner. Got to make strawberry cake for the hubby's birthday. That is like one of the traditions I had growing up with strawberry cake. My grandmother actually used the strawberry Jell-O mix to make her strawberry cakes, and it tastes like heaven. It is like the best cake I've ever had in my life, and it only tastes that good because of those strawberry Jell-O packets.
For my birthday, Shelby makes me my pavlova, but I use my birthday credit to get the pavlova to the Tampa Bay Aquarium Society.
Yep. And then, well, you usually get, it's quite a bit, so you get a couple pieces while we're there. And I also, this year, his family has requested fudge. It'll be the first time making fudge this year, so I'm pretty excited for that. I'm making some old-fashioned fudge. There's some easy recipes, but, you know. Dee Dee said, I think I got mine at the class last year, too. Yeah, probably, who was selling them?
Mark Shelley's.
Yeah. They're really good. Oinky said, is there anything I should do to keep happy dwarf crayfish? Hard water, pH of 8.2 out of the tap.
So I've never really been successful keeping the dwarf crayfish myself. I gave them a lot of little tiny hides and, you know, plenty of tank space, kept the water harder than all my other shrimp tanks, and crushed coral and crushed oyster shells and everything that my alien eye shrimp needed when I was breeding those. The ghost Clark eye, the same thing. Those were breeding fine. I never really was able to get the dwarf crayfish breeding. I did get the blues going just fine in a big 55-gallon tank, but it was jam-packed full with moss and nubis and java fern, so there was a lot of plant life in there. And then when I went to, I can't remember now which farm it was, but they were breeding the dwarf Mexican orange, the CPO crayfish, and they had a huge clump of hornwort in the tank and the pond and the vat, and the pregnant females kind of just, they had all like three of them in like a little system set up. So all three of the vats had, or systems had, a lot of hornwort in it. And I guess the pregnant females, they just go and they climb around on the hornwort and then release the babies up there, and then the babies also climb on their own pieces of hornwort and stuff like that. So
And then Nancy B says, "That's a big shrimp or a tiny turkey." You'll never know.
Oh, they've been making fun of your drawing here the
No,
whole
they
time.
all
Just
said
kidding.
it's amazing. They love it. Sassy fans. Jason said, "Is it expected for blue jellies to occasionally spit out red willies?"
Yeah, actually today, Shelby was talking about we're trying to clean out this 55-gallon tank. So blue jellies or blue velvets are on the website. They're on sale. Trying to get them out of this 55-gallon, and there's just so many of them in there. And there was a red willy in there today, but like that's the first one that I've seen. There was one that had like a little tiny red nose and one that had a little bit of red spot on the head. But other than that, 3 culls out of like probably a couple hundred to 1,000 blue velvets that we've gotten out of them. So very low cull rate on these guys. Thank you guys, Steven and Jenna. You guys support us so much. Appreciate that. I'm gonna have to look up their address. We got
You had
something
to say
coming
that
their
faster
way.
than me. Thank
Of
you.
course.
You guys are wonderful. They gifted 5 Garden of Eater memberships. Those of us joining us a little later than earlier, you do get a membership-only sticker if you did get gifted one of those memberships. You just have to email us at thegardenofeater@gmail.com with your username and your actual name so we can send and address so we can send it out to you. And you get 10% off our website, tgoeshrimp.com. That's also running those Black Friday sales already, and that does work with it. So,
And then I think when we catch up in chat, we should pull up the website and go over some of the better deals on the website to point out.
Beauty in the Bud said, "Grant, how do you make blue jellies? They're my favorite Neo."
You don't really make blue jellies. That's going to be a mutation or selective bred from wilds. You could honestly get a mutation from red cherries. Get the red lilies, and you can breed them out from blue. The blue. Oh my God! You can breed them out from the red cherries that way. But it really is you're relying on a mutation.
Brandon said, "Orange eye blue tigers in hard water. Reduced breeding, some breeding, more breeding."
It depends on who you ask. Honestly, for us, it wasn't as prolific, and they didn't grow as fast as they do in the Caradina parameters. I do find that they do a little bit better, not in like 6 pH or lower, but like right around 6.2, 6.4 pH. But that's just for us. Other breeders on the other coast, they breed them like Neocaridina parameters in 220 TDS and KH and everything like that. So it really is one of those shrimp that nobody's really locked down. If you look at them on the import list and stuff like that, some of the prices for imported tiger shrimp are just as high as we sell them on our website. It's because the demand for them is so high, and nobody's really figured out how to keep up with that demand.
Ashley said, "Shelby, now that I'm in Florida, let's plan an Everglades trip." Yes.
It's too cold though for us now.
Right. Well, it's probably warm down there.
No,
it's still too cold.
no, I want to go
I don't
when
wanna
the
get
peacock
wet.
bass are out and
Yeah.
lively.
Yeah, we like it. That's fun to get the peacock bass. It was actually terrifying, like how I wasn't thinking about gators. Like I have no fear when it comes to gators for some reason. Just growing up in Florida, it's just I know they're there. I just don't think like out of sight, out of mind. So I'm like catching them and in this one particular spot, and there was a gator literally right next to my net like the whole time, and I'm just like not phased. I was probably like 2 inches from it when I bent down to grab the net and everything. That one was crazy.
That doesn't get me. What got me was we had gone to the Everglades maybe 3 times and spent maybe 3 nights out there. All 3 times we were out there, and we have really bright 1200 lumen
12,000.
flashlight, and I don't think it's 12,000. I think it's 1200. And you feel pretty confident that you can find the gators because of the reflections on their eyes. Well, the 9th night that I'm out there And I know there's like a 6-footer over here and a 4-footer over there and a bunch of other ones out in the distance. So I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm in the water and I'm just listening for those two to make sure they're not making any moves. And all of a sudden, a massive 6 to 8 footer swims by and his eyes are not shining in the flashlight. And I'm like, oh man, I wish I'd never seen that gator, because like all of my fears of like a gator being there where I thought I knew where they all were now with the flashlight trick, right? So, yeah.
Nancy B said, Shelby, you need to come collecting in Kentucky. So many cool fish that are different than what is in Florida.
So Scuba Steve recommended that we come speak for the club, tag the guy. I said I would love to do it. The guy hasn't reached out to us yet, so.
Problem with Kentucky for me is it's so close to my mother that if I go to Kentucky, my whole family is going to be mad if I don't come see them with the baby. So that would probably eat up some of the time for sure, because I have a big side of the family and they definitely would love to see the baby. But I hope to make some time for some collecting. That would be awesome.
And also Brandon's there, so I'd love to see how his fish room's doing and have the kids hang out again.
And then Skipper says, speaking of seeing the Garden of Eden, sucks I can't see you when you come to Florida. What are we doing?
It's the same weekend as Sabu's show.
Oh, yeah.
So
we're not gonna
literally
be
the
here.
days that he's in Florida are the days we're in South Carolina. And like if you could just make it like an extra day in Florida, we might be able to make things work. But yeah, it's a bummer.
I hope you enjoy your trip to Florida at least. That's as far as I got in chat.
I don't know if you're gonna do a video of Richard's room or anything like that, but he'll probably beat us to it, and it's definitely a room that a lot of people can learn from.
Those things are not easy to get in and out of. They really
You want me to go?
You want to? Or is it time to pull the next drawing?
Yeah, we can pull the next drawing and then take a dive into. Yeah, my daughter's favorite thing to say is "bruh." So literally on the car
They
ride
said
home.
Oh, okay.
On the car ride home, they were having a challenge on who says "bruh" better.
She's actually really funny because like she wasn't doing it for a while until one of our neighbor kids kind of called her out for acting different around her parents, and then all of a sudden the bruh side of Layla came out. Zach says hornwort seems to be the trick for us too. We have tons of CPO dwarf crayfish. Not exactly sure if that's why, but it does make sense. They like obstacles to keep things away from when they molt.
Yeah. I would love to get my hands on some more of them. Just every time they come up in our auctions, they end up going for like $20+, and I'm like, they're not worth that. So
It used to be like $3 a piece at our
I
local
think
store.
$5 was the cheapest we got them for, and they're advertised at $7, but because we bought literally like the whole tank full, we got them for $5 a piece.
All right, let's do that giveaway. 68 eager people waiting. I like that one.
Boxy Craft Works.
Bugsy, congratulations. Aw.
You could actually use that to get your black shrimp. How about that? Like, what are the coincidences of that? Hey, you want to know how you get your black shrimp? You use your
free shrimp package.
yeah, and you have to win your free shrimp package. So I would say that's how you get your black rose and your black neocaridina colony.
What do you mean?
I'll take your first.
All right, so we're going to start the next hashtag too. Sorry. Trying to multitask. For Layla's art, we're going to do hashtag turkey. Oh, yeah. Share this. This is so cute. Honestly, she's getting so good. She practices all the time. All right. Thank you so much, Zen, for putting that email. Make sure if you do win tonight, don't forget to email us. A lot of people If we never sent out your package too, there was some giveaways we were supposed to bring to the Clash. Someone didn't. Don't forget to email us about those too.
I remembered the rock. I'm Grant. I break the rock. I bring the rock.
Johnny said, "Received shipment of fire reds and blue velvets. All good. No DOA. Glad to hear, Johnny." Jason said, "You're right about the koi sunbursts being unfinished line. The ones I got from Taiwan still spit out a ton of cloves, mostly orange lilies and sun-kissed shrimp. At least they're useful shrimp and they're not just wilds. I guess that's a positive to this. Sorry, both my kids are distracting me. I didn't even enter the password right. I guess technically all three kids are distracting me. What's wrong with it?
You don't think you're spelling shrimp right?
That's not the password.
Oh,
It is. It legit is. Just with a couple
Oh.
of numbers.
I was putting the wrong. I feel really old. I was putting the wrong password in the wrong spot. Go away. Can't see the password.
it's Thanksgiving break. So normally the kids are in bed for an hour and a half at least.
We're giving away your painting here soon. They said, Grant, you don't see them, but they definitely see you. Yeah. Since the flashlight trick is also the smart gator's favorite trick. Have a good night, Richard. Drop off the baby with family and come play in the creek. See, I can't. It's so hard for me to drop off my kids in general anywhere. Like, I don't really like to leave them anywhere. If I could always bring them with me, I would. Bruh.
Layla, come up and give your best bruh.
She won't
Come
do it.
on.
She's not going to do it on camera.
Come on. We were just talking. Somebody asked if our kids are doing bruh yet. And I said that our kids were having a contest of who does the better bruh. So come on, give your better bruh. Bruh. Here, you come over here and then I'll go and I'll mouth it so it looks like I'm saying it. All right? Come on. Nobody will know.
Zach says, come to Atlanta and I'll hook you up with some crayfish.
Well, you got to ask whoever's in charge of Atlanta to send me a message back because I messaged them asking their next available date. It's definitely one I want to make happen, and I will schedule that, and then I will schedule some local, like Bill Shields or somebody that I've already seen their club talk that I don't have to, show them our house and take them to the collecting
You have someone
spots and pick them up
scheduled
from
that
the
we don't
airport
have to
and stuff.
see either, so. Johnny Best, thank you so much for your $2 super chat. Said, what TDS do you keep your blue velvet and fire red at?
180 total dissolved solids. That's pretty much because of our tap water. If you have to make your minerals, I strongly suggest a good 220 TDS.
Did you sign it, Layla? Yeah, it's signed. It's signed in the bottom corner.
We're not pulling it though until you give us your best, bruh.
Thank you so much.
Stop!
Here, it won't be on camera. You'll just do it into the mic.
No!
Okay.
Yes, remember the rock, but forgot my picture. Yeah. It's funny because I forgot all about him for a little bit too because I tucked him away. And then Malcolm had his order, and I was like, oh, wow, all of those are still sitting over there. Tell her it's super skivvy. Oh, it's good. The new language with the kids is hilarious, and I love using it back at them. She's not being very skivvy. I asked Jaden if he wanted a skivvy toilet for Christmas, and he said no. Yes. Oh my God. I can't with these kids. Their language is so funny. It is so weird. Like, we went from like cavemen to like really good, beautiful poems and poetry and movies, and then we went to like, you know, okay, then it's kind of like our slang, and now the kids are starting to talk like they're cavemen again. We're going full circle here. Oh. Thanks, Dan. I caught up in chat. I didn't even think the TGOE crudes. That kids did watch that a lot. They love that show. So good.
All right, so what's the hashtag?
Hashtag turkey. Don't forget hashtag turkey to get in for the painting. Our daughter literally just drew. Like, she didn't even have time. We told her, we discussed this at dinner, and that was not that long ago. Hashtag bro. That'd have been great. Are you falling asleep on me?
Me?
Yeah, you.
No. Just the baby's distracting me.
Emojis are just digital cave drawings. You're so right. You're so right. Thank you so much, Beauty and the Buds. Yeah, Layla is a good mix between the both of us, for sure.
And I see all the 10-year-old pictures on Facebook of Layla, and she looks just like Myra. Or Myra looks just like her, anyways.
Please tell me, Stephen, that you give your kids the same crap. Bread coma. Yes. I mean, if you've ever been to Texas Roadhouse, you know exactly what kind of bread coma that is, because those are some good cinnamon butter.
I think we had 5 baskets to the table.
Yeah.
There's only 4 of us, so we all had at least 5 breads.
Myra is up to 10 pounds already. She grew pretty fast. It was funny because, like, I was a little worried about her being born. She was a little bit smaller than the other two, and she was struggling in the hospital a little. And then the next appointment, she gained a little weight, not much. And then I went to check her out because she had this weird, never had a baby cough. Apparently, acid reflux can make you cough. So, overworried mother went to the doctors, and they were like, she's big. Because she was so little the last time they had just seen her just a month and a half ago. It was so funny. Yep, Lillian is disgusted by my hip slang. I can see. Nancy B says, Texas Roadhouse butter now available at Walmart and in my fridge. That's so funny. Yeah, you can get the rolls at Walmart. I actually make Red Lobster biscuits. His mom used to make them. She worked for Red Lobster, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was like, I don't know if she worked or just went there a lot, but then taught me how to make them. So family adores those. You want to do the giveaway now?
Yeah, let's do the giveaway.
While Layla's still here. And then we'll kick you out.
No.
37 entries. Good luck.
Malcolm Reynolds.
He just won. Mom. And Layla's. He's going to have a crazy wall.
Wait, the wheel might be like rigged because like
It's not rigged.
It's rigged.
It's not rigged.
Rigged.
He's going to have a whole wall of our artwork.
He's got some originals. Let
Yeah.
me tell you what.
What if we have like so many subscribers and those are worth money one day? That would be awesome.
Or Layla becomes a famous artist.
Yeah,
one
maybe.
day.
You never know. Tell her to bruh, then she can stay.
One day she's so famous and somebody's going to walk into a gallery and be like, hi, I have a Layla original of shrimp on turkey. And they're going to be like, what? This artist would have never done this.
So Malcolm Reynolds is so kindly giving it to Zen Ginger. Congratulations, Zen.
That's Zenny to you, okay?
Email us at thegardenofeater@gmail.com.
one of the followers and one of our moderators.
You don't get this whole thing. He's just winning all over the place.
All right, you need to go get ready for bed.
I
Go brush
missed.
your teeth.
You know what's funny is
Yeah,
I
I
actually
know.
think I set an alarm to watch your stream Wednesday, and then hit the alarm, and I was like, "What's this for?" I think I just your brain gets fogged. That sucks. I just realized it. I
They
know.
are asking you to make another one. Is that the last one?
No, this was before.
Right, Daddy was supposed to take that one to the Keystone Clash, and he forgot. So.
Oh, we didn't send that to Frogs and More already?
No.
Okay. What? That's on you, Shelby.
No.
Yeah.
That's on you. You forgot
But,
it.
Well,
yeah,
they're asking
Malcolm's
for
gonna have
another
to
one.
get a
You've
lot.
got 30 minutes if you can make another one.
What? I've got 30.
Speed challenge.
Someday I'll have my own original. Bruh. Should just be a shrimp. You should make a bruh shrimp. Bruh. You know what I mean?
No.
You know what I mean. Just
Oh,
giving
what's
you
a
away now.
Sure.
You did it. You did it. You gave your bruh. You finally did it.
Since thanks, my hubby can't be mad since this prize is 2D and doesn't breed. Well, if you're with our daughter, it does because she makes 100. If you come to visit our house and you tell my daughter one thing that you like, she will go paint it, and then 10 minutes later, you'll have 20 pieces of paper of all these drawings. Like one time, our friend was here for like 2 days, and he had like 14 drawings, and I was like, "Okay, Layla, chill." Like they're not gonna go deck out their whole bedroom. Stephen P. Less back talk, more art. Chop chop. Okay, Razorback said it would have skinny jeans on. That is too true. All right, what is the next giveaway?
All right, so the next giveaway is a plant package. And then I have another giveaway as well to talk about later. But the plant package is going to be an Anubis, a crypt, a sword, a Java fern,
Are you
some
just
moss.
Let's stop. What is it?
It's a sword, a crypt, an Anubis,
Moss.
and a Java fern.
Java.
And it's a Java fern mat. So it's a nice big Java fern.
He does this for his plant package, and then you ramble all this stuff off, and then we have to go back in the live stream to figure out what you rambled off. So hashtag plant for that beautiful plant package.
See, she's writing it down. She's learning.
All right. Do you guys have any questions?
No, I would love for you to pull up the website.
Nah.
And let's share
Beauty
the
and the Buzz
screen.
said Layla and my 10-year-old would probably get their Bob Ross on if they ever hung out. Keep up the good work. That's funny. I don't know how to pull up our website.
Don't do this to me, Shelby.
Already done.
So, it is our Black Friday sale going on now. Everything is present screen. You're killing me. You're inviting something. I'm like, what are you doing? Everything is buy 5, get 2 free. A lot of our, there is no fish, so don't click on that one. But a lot of our shrimp, snails, implants, and isopods are all reduced in price. Our Ocean Blues are our newest shrimp line that are out right now. The difference between them and the Blue Diamonds is there's not a lot of coals. We go to the Neo tab, and we'll do Neos first. So that's the first Neo. Then we've got, scroll down. Not a lot of green J Coals left. I'm about to pull those off the website. And we've got tons and tons of yellow 24 carats, black rose, and ocean blues, blue velvets as well. Probably blue diamonds we're really good on. You'll notice that we just had to take reds off the website. So the next one to go is going to be the green jades. So make those orders now, or else they're not going to be available again until the spring probably. And then Caradina, uh, got. I'm surprised we still have red crystals left in stock. As much as we've been selling, I got one more tank that I can start pulling those out of. Everything else should be pretty good in stock. The Galaxy Pintos, maybe not so much. You're doing so good. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Next page. The red spot pintos, I got plenty of those. The orange-eyed yellow King Kongs, though, I am kind of limited on those. Everything else, the tiger hybrids, I'm a little low on. The cheetahs, I'm a little low on. The orange-eyed blue tigers, I'm definitely low on. Check out the price on the Stardust, $4.50. That's insane. Shelby says she doesn't want to sell any more than 20 more Tangerine Tigers. So she clicked off of those as fast as possible so no one would buy those. And then the Shadow Pandas should also not be on there.
Yeah, get to that.
I'm sorry.
Make sure you do hashtag plant for that plant package giveaway.
And then speaking of plants, there's still plants on our website.
Oh. Y'all doing a Black Friday sale. Yes, everything on the website is buy 5, get 2 free. And shipping is $16, but it is free if you do an order that comes out to $100 or more.
And also, a lot of the shrimp are reduced in price. Like you saw, the Stardust are or 50% off. All of the shrimp are reduced in price. All of the snails.
We're not going through all the plants. There's not even pictures on them.
All right. Well, I was going to go through some of the mosses.
Oh, okay. We'll go through some of the mosses. We'll go back. Don't judge me. I don't get to this enough. I will start working on the website now that I'm home more, though.
Anchor moss is ridiculously low. That should actually be off the website. Flame moss will be off the website here soon. Yeah, there's not a lot of moss on the website. We've been selling a lot. There's plenty of Christmas and Sawasser Tang, mixed moss, and weeping though. So.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Let's see. Steven says, I have buried Stardust and Stardust babies, KH7, GH6, pH of 6.8, and CO2 injected. That is awesome. Yeah, they are really hardy, and I enjoy them a lot. My elbow. Ashley said, which ones breed faster, yellow 24K or blue velvet? Always the yellow. Those are strong and true. Those breed like rabbits. They're ridiculous. I even was talking today because it does get colder. When it gets colder, they tend to not come out for food as much. There was absolutely no problem with me scooping up 1,000 yellows to maybe 20 reds at a time, which is crazy because I know there's a lot in there. Forgot to message you back about the reds too. There's plenty in there. It just takes so long because they're all spread out. They don't care about food right now. They're way too cold. But yellows, they're insane. And then the blue velvets, they are breeding pretty fast.
They're pretty prolific. More prolific, I would say, than the black rose and the reds are for sure, but not nearly as fast as the blue ocean blues and the yellows.
That newt is staring into my soul. I swear, sometimes the newts just realize that they can see out, or there's someone sitting there, what are you doing? Just observing, And
no,
now
I
that
want food. I swear they're all pigs.
Do we add 7 shrimp to the basket or 5? So just 5. We add the extra 2. You just get those for free. So I wonder if people have been doing that because I've had some weird odd numbers lately. So they're probably getting way more shrimp than they thought they were
I would
getting.
say there wasn't that many 7 or 14 cups. There's been like a weird couple of 6s and stuff like that, and I feel like that's just people trying to get like a half a dozen or trying to get the price up to $100 for free shipping.
Yeah. Easy V Rider said, "Can I keep breeding Michelins back with Michelins to make a breeding colony of them, or is it just the first generation that are the Michelins?"
If you're breeding out Michelins, you should keep the male Taiwan bees to breed back with the Michelins. Otherwise, when you cross Michelin with a Michelin, 25% of them technically come out crystal shrimp. And at that point, it's hard to tell which ones are crystals and which ones are Michelins. So in order to make sure that 100% of the crystal shrimp are Michelins, you would need male Taiwan bee only.
I'm glad he's here for genetics. We do have him here for something, right? Yeah, I would not. I don't even know. My mind just went blank when he said that. I did not learn that at all. Like he said, I have to keep my baby ghost knife tank, glass cat tank, and shrimp tank away from each other. If I had them next to each other, I would be totally hypnotized and able to function. I get that way sometimes with some of these tanks. I just kind of stare at it for a little bit. And I'm like, wait, I was supposed to be doing something. I do that with the Opa Ula tank. Like, the Opa Ula are just, Opa Ula, but like the way they swarm the tank.
Just Opa Ula. We got yellow ones. She
The way
felt that one.
They swarm the tank. It's really cool. They really do go in like a tide pool, like whirlpool. That's a better explanation. Yellows was the first Neo I ever bred. Yeah, they're really, really good shrimp. Neo said, "Y'all working on a blueberry snail colony?" Trying.
Yeah, and I've already had people ask me to put them on the list and stuff like that, and they're not very fast breeders. They're freshwater snails. They're one birth a month or live birth, and I don't think I'm going to be selling any of them in the near future at all. Probably not until 2026. So if you're going to be waiting on us for those snails, that's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. You should go and find another source for them. Just sadly, they're all going to be imported right now.
Tyra Aquatic said, "Any Bloody Mary?"
No Bloody Marys. We don't have any of them actually in a colony. We have some in our Black Rose tanks, but no, they kind of went through the trials many eons ago when I was testing products, and they did not like the razor, and that is why I tell everybody that the razor product is not invertebrate safe. They were the guinea pigs, and I regret using the Bloody Mary tank as the guinea pig, but that was the tank with algae, and I didn't have any other tanks with algae at the time, so it is what it is.
Jamie said, "How many wild max could someone order?" There is no max on that. Oh, man.
Honestly,
Please don't.
if we run out of wilds, I'm going to tap into some Black Rose culls. They look the same. You really can't tell the difference, but I think we have a lot of wilds right now.
I already had to catch 50, which meant 70 today, which was crazy, but we definitely have some wilds.
There could be thousands of wild Neocaridina in our hot tub, and I wouldn't even know it.
Yeah, we haven't opened that puppy up.
With all the rain that we've been getting, that thing could actually fully have a ridiculously large colony of wild Neocaridina.
That'd be awesome. We used to have like never-ending supply. I missed it, but I still do have quite a bit. Like most of them came out of one pond today. No, all of them came out of one pond today.
One of the biggest laughs I ever got out of Matt was he called me one day because he had just got his job at the mail as a mailman, and he's on a boring route or something like that. And he calls me up and he's like, "Hey man, what you up to?" And I'm like, "Oh man, I'm just catching shrimp out of my hot tub." And he laughed so hard because he couldn't believe that I had shrimp in my hot tub. He's not an aquatic person. He doesn't have an aquarium. He's like my golf partner. So that's it, the funniest thing I've ever said to him was I was catching him out of that hot tub.
Jason said, I'm doing an experiment with my white socks. Move some of them to a tank with carob sea, argonite sand, and some crushed coral. Didn't add the Sulawesi minerals this time. So far, one buried. I hope they survive. Those are my favorite shrimp in the world. And I don't
Are
even
you
have
just
them.
using RO water or are you using tap water though? There's got to be minerals in the water. Some besides.
We could
just,
probably do that, honestly, without Sulawesi.
I tried.
You did it without a heater.
I did.
Right.
I double whammied them.
Yeah. He
I
was
should have
like,
done
yeah,
one
let's just throw them through the ringer.
and then the other, but yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it
No,
works
you know
out
what?
for you.
Why don't I do one tank of the black Galaxy Sulawesi with just straight up tap water from now on?
Maybe. We have a lot of them. Thank you so much,
Or I
DD.
start a new tank
I don't care what you do.
on your app.
Don't touch my rack.
You just said you didn't care.
Yeah, on your own time. Now, he keeps trying to take tanks on my rack. It's driving me crazy. Like,
She took tanks on my rack. It's only right. How long did you have your Blue Galaris is taking up tanks on my 110-gallon tank rack?
it was
However
an
long that
empty
is,
tank.
is how
It was
long I
empty.
want to rent out 2 of your
And
tanks for. Okay.
She's done with you, honestly. Crown Tail says, so typical of Grant passing her over when she cries. No, he knows that I'm going to ask her for her like 20 times and he won't get me to stop. So
That
he
wasn't
just
the first
automatically-
cry or whine, though, either.
I
I
know.
put out many fires before I handed her out, and I do realize that eventually she is just tired of me and she wants somebody more comfortable. I get it.
Oh my god. But yeah, and then I'm right behind you, constantly asking for her. I need you guys to start breeding Amano shrimps. It's too much work. Maybe one day.
I mean, I would love to get the Amanos that are like the false Amanos and breed those, but the actual like big beefy Amanos that everybody loves, I think they're being caught wildly is the best option for those.
So currently I took the reds off the site. We kind of sold out way too many of those for the Black Friday sale. So unfortunately no reds right now. They'll probably go back up in a couple weeks. It's too cold. It's probably not.
It's going to be too cold, and I'm also setting up a lot of tanks in the garage with reds. So next year we'll have more red shrimp constantly available. I want to work and dial in the lines a little bit more. There is a lot more truer lines out there than our red colony, and I think that I can focus more on them in the garage a little bit better. And we're going to be tearing down and resetting a lot of tanks. So I do want to sell that red cherry tank down to the bare bottom bone. So maybe we'll look into selling some more of them, but for now, they're pretty tapped out. I want to split them up into tanks inside.
Bugsy says, show a video of opening the hot tub. We really should. We'll take a video, and we should even post if it's empty. Just be like, shucks.
Yeah, if there's 1,000 shrimp in the hot tub, we'll post the video. There could be no shrimp in the hot tub, though. There's no flowing water. It could be bare bone dry for all I know.
Right,
the thing is the drains, they'll got somewhere to go and can eventually end up into our pool. So it's not like we just let thousands of shrimp just dry up in our hot tub. They definitely are in our pool filter system and everything like that when we do our water changes. This is our last giveaway. I don't think Layla is going to make another painting.
No,
giveaway,
she wasn't.
So,
She wasn't drunk.
yeah,
She wasn't feeling it.
this is the last one.
Jason says, I'm using my tap water, but it has really low TDS, around 32. But the argonite and crushed coral brought my TDS up around to 160.
The only thing I'd be worried about that is like the dust from the crushed coral and stuff from breaking it all up is probably what raised your TDS up initially. But after every water change you do, eventually that TDS is going to go down.
Crushed coral substrate.
Yeah.
I mean, it stays pretty steady. That's what it is. It keeps you at a
The
stable
pH,
Yeah.
not TDS.
Yeah,
If you do water
that's
changes
true.
with your lower TDS, eventually it's going
It'll
to
break
get
down.
lower. And that's like barely the lowest TDS I would go for Silawase shrimp.
He said, just had to say it, but he touched your rack earlier, showing off your planting shirt. He keeps trying to take a tank. He's like, all right, we're going to have an Opa tank on here. And I'm like, no, you're not. If it was up to me, I probably would make like a whole rack for just Silawase shrimp. But like, we don't sell them enough. But I just enjoy them. But
I am
I
going
would
to
love
do
it.
an Opalula macroalgae tank though. So
Yeah, I did say that we're actually putting a tank back into the bathroom. We have decided the stand is in the bathroom. I'm just going to redo the tank before it goes into the bathroom, and it'll probably be a shrimp, inler, and
it's still going to the Florida State Fair.
isopod tank.
It's going to the Florida State Fair though.
We'll
I'm just
see.
letting you know. It's going to be in the same category as mine. It's going to be rejudged.
You're still salty about losing. Beauty and the beauty. That's how you find out that he's still salty. I can't see my contacts.
All right, which Caradina would probably breed potentially
Would potentially breed tap water.
You didn't make it easy for us. I'm just gonna say that. All right. However long that is, I want to
It was easy.
rent out your tanks. Yeah. So tiger shrimp would be your best bet to breed. Stardust are also part of those groups of tigers. Tangerines would be the best. Yellow King Kongs and Tang Tai would also be good choices to have in tap water conditions.
Bugsy said, I have thousands of reds I want to get rid of. I can't get rid of them fast enough. How do I get rid of bulk shrimp?
I mean, there's plenty of pet stores that reach out to us. You can start calling around and seeing.
They do want them for a lot cheaper, but you'll get rid of them.
Who needs red shrimp? That'd probably be your best bet. It's apparently very hard for pet stores to get a hold of Neocaridina shrimp compared to what it was like a couple of years ago. And the demand for them is just as high. The shrimp boom isn't as like crazy as it was back when Facebook was, oh my God, allowed to sell live animals on it. However, now there's less people involved in breeding and selling shrimp. So the stores and stuff like that don't have as much access to shrimp as they did. So it's definitely a good time to start finding and building some relationships.
We're almost there. Easy V Rider said, any more rabbit snails? I don't see them on the site anymore.
So I've got plenty of yellow rabbit snails. The problem is shipping them in the cooler temperatures. They don't do very well. So we already pulled them off the website. If you want, you can email us at thegardeneater@gmail.com and I could, set up an order for you to buy rabbit snails. However, you're going to be paying for overnight shipping. We just don't have that option available on the website. So maybe I could put up like a group of 5 rabbit snails for $100 or something like that shipped, because it would be like about an extra $50 to ship them overnight, depending on where you are.
She's done. Yeah, calcium carbonate dissolves slow. And the Rocky and Miles. When are you going to ship orders? So if you placed an order and you didn't get a tracking number today, that means yours is going to go out Saturday. is our next shipping day. And then if we don't get them out Saturday, it'd be the following Monday. Mondays and Saturdays are our shipping days. That's what it was, right? Yeah. Jason said, I'll give you an update at the 6-month mark. Funny thing is, in Asia, most breeders keep their Sulawesi shrimp in 120 to 150 TDS. Wow.
I've just always gone off of the German breeders, and I think the German, maybe Poland, there's another guy. The Sulawesi breeding at the time was a lot more successful from those two breeders than anybody in Asia. So I've never really been comfortable dropping my levels down. And also Asia, they breed their Caradina shrimp at around 90 to 110 TDS, and that never worked for me either. So I've always had more success with shrimp in general overall with the higher total dissolved solids. Maybe with them, it's more of like a cost thing where they, maybe the first 2 or 3 generations don't really do that well. And then they adapt to the lower total dissolved solids and then, able to survive and breed faster. But for us, the parameters that we kept them at have really been thriving. And that's what was recommended to us long ago.
Yep, Mike, just put it down in the notes for hold for shipping till Monday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll always do pre-orders too if people want those. And you can put in a few weeks when my tank's set up or something like that.
Yeah, if you want something that's on sale and the tank isn't even set up yet, put the order in and then we can ship out when the tank is ready so you can take advantage of the Black Friday sales.
All right, let's do this last plant package giveaway. And we got 57 entries. Good luck.
Nano aquarium cut.
Congratulations, Jay.
Very nice. I know you'll be putting those plants to good use. The only thing you can tell me is if you have a large or small tank that you would like the plants to go into, and if so, I'll pick out Anubis and Crips accordingly. I do have a good variety. We did bring a lot of, or raise up a lot of the plants for the Houston show that we're not going to, so we'll be sending you those.
And then Bugsy said, what's the best way to buy shrimp? Bulk shrimp? Goodness gracious.
So for me, we've always done really well with breather bags for multiple bags of Neocaridina. We can fit up to 50 to 70 juvenile sized Neocaridina in each of our 17-inch by 14-inch breather bags. And when you're able to ship them overnight, you can kind of pack them in a lot more like that. And then also because of the size of the box and everything with breather bags, you're not worried about the airspace. So that's how we were shipping out most of our bulk bags, was about 50 to 70 shrimp in each breather bag. Each breather bag holds about 2 solo cups of water, and use UPS overnight shipping seems to be the better one. FedEx, I've heard a lot of nightmares, had a lot of situations and issues ourselves with FedEx. And USPS, they're great if they get it to you in that first day or two. But if they don't and it's late, it goes on the snail mail train, and it'll take a couple extra days because they know that they're not making any money off of sending that box out because of the guarantee that they have the shipper will get a refund on that. So thank you, Corey, for becoming a member. Big thank you for all the support and sending us all the extra goodies on top of what we had asked for to get Shelby's room set up. Huge appreciation for everything you do in the hobby and for what you did for us. We'll be able to get our goals all done for the end of the year. Not all of the goals, but the ones I at least accepted that I'll be able to get done by the end of the year. I'm sure you can look around pretty quickly and find that there is still duckweed in the house. So next year, duckweed,
That's
getting
been our
it out
goal
of the
for 2
house
years now.
will be another goal. I think I am for sure going to like dedicate a shop vac to get duckweed out of the house for next year. But not only did Corey become a member, he also gifted 10 memberships as well. So thank you, Corey, so much for everything you do for not just us, but the entire fish community as a whole.
This
Nobody
shirt's
really brings the community together like you do. So yeah,
This
Shelby
is
loves
like
her
the biggest
shirt.
surprise ever.
I think you must have found out that we don't have a lot of cold weather attire, and he sent us both 2 jackets too. I already used the jacket. One of Layla's friends lives on the back of a golf course, so they had a little play date, and me and her dad went out in the back, and I had my aquarium co-op
Wonder how
sweatshirt.
many, if there was people making fun of us for being at these fish shows without jackets on.
And the ones at the Keystone Clash for sure do. Like they make fun of it right in our face. They let us know.
Don't forget, if you did get gifted a Garden of Eater membership, thank you, Corey, you do get your fancy holographic TGOE sticker and 10% off discount code to our website, tgoeshrimp.com. So thank you so much for that. And there is also...
Yeah, I don't know how Corey does it in Washington. It's freezing there now, probably.
I would die. Isn't like you retire with the flip flops? Isn't that the you got to do that in Florida? You can't do that up there. Keith, thank you so much. Gifted 5 Garden of Eater memberships. I did forget to say you do need to email us at thegardenofeater@gmail.com. Your username and your real name and address so that we can send that sticker to you and your discount code. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. You know what we are thankful for is all our subscribers and all the people that continuously support us in this hobby. That's one thing about the aquarium hobby is also amazing is everyone is really supportive, and I enjoy it a lot. There's not a lot of people that support you in your life sometimes, and it's crazy how sometimes it could just be the fish fam that ends up giving you the most support and keep you going when other people don't see that.
It's crazy in a way. Breaking my leg was probably one of the better things that ended up happening for us. I'm sure eventually we would have gotten involved with the community one way or another, but the timing and when we got involved, and I just went head into it because I didn't have any mobility to do water changes or anything else, and the community is really what kept me sane and able to stay involved in my aquarium hobby without really being able to do anything. So it's nice that we've built it all up with you guys and everything like that to make it to where we're at. So yeah, that's a good way to wrap up the stream. Is that's what we're thankful for. I hope everybody has an amazing Thanksgiving, gets to enjoy it with their family, and has a really good rest of the year as well.
Zen Ginger member for 30 months. Thank you so much. Can't believe it's that long already. 2.5 years of Shrimptastic membership. Woo-hoo. Thank you so much. QJF says this is the best place to get the most detailed, useful info about all shrimp, and Grant and Shelby and fam are awesome. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Stephen P, member for 27 months, is staying 3 months shy of Zen. You almost caught her.
I think the only one more than Zen is going to be Jeff Kane.
Jeff King. I think they're at the exact same month.
There's one more person I'm forgetting. I feel horrible too.
And that's me. I'm very terrible with names. And then Dee Dee says member for 29 months. Cool beans. 3 years is getting close. Yes, I'm so excited for that next one. Thank you so much. My brain is not functioning now. And Corey said, oh, it's cold and I'm wearing flip-flops in the fish room. Always warm enough fish tanks. That's true. That is true. Easy V Rider, member for 20 months. Thank you so much. Peace, love, and shrimp.
I find this time is like the perfect time of the year to go in the garage because the fish tanks keep it like just the right humidity that it's nice and warm in there. And it's not too cold or not too hot. So It's good flip-flop weather in the garage.
Yeah. Hope you get to meet her in Dallas next year too. She should be there. Kalish member for 17 months says thankful for all the fish fam. And we are too. But and Jeff Payne burnt up last time. But thank you guys so much for watching us tonight. If you have any questions and we did miss you on the stream, don't forget to just reach out to us. We're always here to help. So we're gonna head off to bed. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
We're not gonna head off the bed. Shelby's gonna go
I have
work and
work.
escape a tank. So I'm gonna take over and watch this little cutie pie right here. And hopefully we can just snuggle and fall asleep and then Mom catch up with us later. But we'll catch you guys all next week. We already have all of our live streams planned out. You have it. What is it?
3. So the next one is Beginner's Guide to Dwarf Shrimp Care.
So every little tip and trick that I could give you to get started will be next week. So
any beginners, let them know about this stream too. And yes, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Eat your heart out. Enjoy. We appreciate you. And I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving.